Paulina Tamayo, Ecuador's beloved La Grande, dies at 60. Cause of death and final words leave fans in tears. Ecuador's musical world has been shaken to its core. Paulina Tamayo, known across Latin America as La Grande del Ecuador, has passed away at the age of 60, leaving behind a legacy that transcends generations. Her family confirmed the devastating news on Tuesday morning, revealing her cause of death and the final words that captured her lifelong devotion to music and her homeland. A voice that defined a nation. For over 5 decades, Paulina Tamayo embodied the sound of Ecuador. With her powerful, emotion-filled voice and timeless stage presence, she became a symbol of national pride, the heartbeat of Ecuadorian folklore. Born in Quito in 1965, she discovered her passion for singing at just 7 years old, performing on radio programs and at local festivals before joining the national music circuit as a teenager. Tamayo's repertoire included pasillos, yaravías, and San Juanitos, songs deeply rooted in Ecuador's identity. Her unique ability to blend traditional and contemporary sounds made her a beloved figure across Latin America. Audiences described her voice as a story in itself, full of emotion, strength, and soul. Cause of death revealed. According to an official statement released by her family, Paulina Tamayo died from complications related to chronic respiratory illness that worsened in recent weeks. Despite ongoing medical treatment, her condition declined suddenly at her home in Quito. She passed away peacefully in her sleep, surrounded by her family and the music she loved, the family shared in their statement. Paulina gave her life to her art, and she left this world just as she lived, gracefully and with love. Doctors confirmed that respiratory failure led to cardiac arrest late Monday night. Fans have described the loss as unimaginable and a wound that music cannot heal. Her final words. Before her passing, Tamayo reportedly shared a message that now echoes through social media and national news broadcasts. In her last recorded interview, she said softly, "If I die tomorrow, don't mourn me with silence. Sing louder. That's how I'll hear you." Those words, both humble and profound, have taken on new meaning in the wake of her death. Fans across Ecuador are now gathering in plazas and public parks, playing her songs as an act of remembrance and gratitude. A nation in mourning. Tributes have poured in from political leaders, artists, and fans alike. Ecuador's president expressed his condolences in a statement, writing, "Paulina Tamayo was not just a singer. She was the voice of Ecuador's soul." Award-winning artist Margarita Laso added, "She made us proud of who we are. She taught us that our heritage is something to be sung, not hidden." On social media, hashtags such as Gracias Paulina and La Grande del Ecuador have been trending, as fans share their favorite memories and lyrics from her songs. Some have even called for a national day of remembrance to honor her impact. Legacy of La Grande del Ecuador. Paulina Tamayo's artistry reached far beyond the stage. She worked with cultural organizations to preserve traditional Ecuadorian music, teaching children and mentoring young singers from rural communities. Her influence stretched internationally. She toured in the United States, Spain, and Chile, representing Ecuadorian music with pride. Critics often described her performances as an emotional bridge between past and present, and fans said she carried Ecuador's spirit wherever she went. In one of her final projects, Tamayo had begun recording an album of reimagined folk classics, aiming to introduce Ecuador's heart to a new generation. That unfinished album is now expected to be released posthumously as a tribute to her legacy. The family's statement. In an emotional message shared on social media, her children wrote, "Our mother lived to give. Her songs were her way of loving. She always said that music was her prayer, and now she sings with the angels. We ask for privacy during this time as we mourn and honor her extraordinary life." The family also confirmed that a public memorial concert will be held in Quito's Plaza Grande next week, where musicians from across Ecuador will perform her greatest hits, remembering her impact. For millions, Paulina Tamayo was more than a performer. She was a storyteller who captured the joy, pain, and beauty of Ecuadorian life. Her songs such as Yo Soy Ecuador and Te Amaré Toda la Vida became anthems of cultural pride and resilience. Cultural historian Diego Jaramillo said it best. When you heard Paulina sing, you didn't just hear her voice. You heard the mountains, the rain, and the heart of Ecuador itself. A farewell in melody. As Ecuador prepares to say goodbye, fans continue to sing her songs in the streets, fulfilling her final wish. The sound of guitars and voices fills the air, turning sorrow into celebration. Paulina Tamayo's cause of death may have silenced her voice, but her final words, "Sing louder, that's how I'll hear you," ensure her spirit will never fade. In every note, in every memory, in every tear turned to song, La Grande del Ecuador lives on. Paulina Tamayo, 1965 to 2025, forever the voice of a nation.